Hey guys, it's Mario, and I wanted to show you, I'm tuning the audio, I wanted to show you a TvZ today. So I haven't done videos in a while, but that's because I've been practicing a shit ton, over 6 hours a day, so it doesn't really leave me too much time. I've also been working on a little side project to kind of, well, bolster my StarCraft 2 income a little bit and be able to get you guys a few more things. Right now I normally sell my replays for $4.99 a month to subscribers, and you can see information like that on my Twitter or something, which is hashtag HFMario, or this as an example, HFMario, StarCraft 2 gamer. But what I've been doing recently is that there have been some people who've mentioned that they do not want to subscribe on a monthly basis. They're not comfortable with things like that. So one of them actually gave me a link to try out something specific. It's called sellfy.com, and what you do is you post a product from the internet, you drag and drop it, and then you can place an order for a minimum of 90 cents. So I just want to try this out, see if this is something you guys like, see if this is something you guys will, support, and leave the feedback for this below in the video. We're going to be watching a TvZ in just a minute, but this is 3 days worth of replays, so 41 replays I've been playing in about 3 days. My average game is 18 minutes for mech, and what was I thinking? That's 41 times 18 minutes is 738 minutes divided by 60 minutes, which is 12.3 hours. Yeah, but this doesn't include me reviewing replays and so on. But yeah, so it's about 12 hours of ladder that you guys can review. Just kind of have fun. If you guys think it should be lower, please give me some feedback on, or in general, how you feel about something like this, to where I occasionally post this to my Twitter. As you can see, 25 minutes ago, lots of replays and the link. And yeah. So let's get to the game. This is against KaZortwoVtwo. And it's a TvZ. I think this guy was very happy with me because of the way he exited the game with a pause. I guess that's the new way to annoy your opponent, or I'm not quite sure. It's a little silly. We're gonna do a wall-off. It's gonna be 10 supply. In other words, it's gonna do 12 barracks, and in this game we're gonna go for a Reaper opener. So with the Reaper opener, after you drop the barracks, you want the gas geyser right away before your 13th SCV, and then you get the 13th SCV. And then from there, once the gas is complete, we send 2 workers over there right away. We want them done. You can rally one of them from your command center if you were on top of your SCVs. I wasn't. You get a second supply depot right after, and then orbital command and Reaper. So you kind of want to wall off, and then in a moment this SCV is going to be making the command center. So you just, oh no, I guess I wasn't using it this SCV, but you lower the depot, send it out another SCV. Oh, it's alright, I forgot, you have to wait a little bit. I'm thinking of a different build. You drop the command center and you rally your second Reaper over to on the high ramp. You don't want to lose it because you're not paying attention, but you want to be able to save this SCV in case it makes some type of circlings, like a counterattack, while you're over here with your Reaper kind of scouting them out, checking them out. So this is just to pay attention. Yeah. So we've been pretty much scouting him out. We know that he's getting circling speed. That's about it. we've got an extra command center on the way. After we, swap the factory, you want to build a factory at 100 gas, and then a little bit later, you'll have enough for a reactor, so you want to swap them and get a factory. And you don't need to get another supply depot, even though it looks like you'll be supply blocked this command center finishing. You can turn into an orbital, and that will make it so you don't need to build a supply depot. Sorry, my mind isn't with me this evening. I'm rather tired. Supply depot, we're building one down here. I don't know why I should have built it up here. But before 6 minutes, you want to retreat your second Reaper. You want to stop the scouting. There's only so much you can scout, and then it gets circling speed. And that's not something you want to stick around for, because it'll just kill the Reaper. And you want to keep the Reaper so you can do some pressure. We're getting our second gas. We do this about when the third command center is about to finish. The Reaper really is to scout to see if he's all-inning you, if he's getting roaches or something. Once you're confident that he's not, you don't have to be too concerned. We're getting a bunker and one marine to put in the bunker. We're getting a siege tank, and then we're going to get blue flame. We already have another factory on the way. We do want to get blue flame, but there it is. But I'm kind of paying attention to the fight over here. I'm trying to get out, but he's doing very, 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 very good at keeping me contained. And I think he gets all of them. No, one survives. If you look at the units lost tab, we've lost more than him, which is a shame. We want to get up to 3 factories. We're throwing out another command center. We're being a bit greedy. We know it's not an all-in. He might all-in now because we lost so many Hellions, but we're making a siege tank at a time, and 3 Hellions, and then an armory. The armory so that we can get upgrades and maybe get some Hellbats to drop them. If the game goes that way, if he doesn't go for Mutalisks, you can drop a lot of Hellbats. You could still drop some, as long as you avoid the Mutalisks. You know where they are, then you send the drop out in the opposite direction. So, yeah. This is a starport. This reactor was originally meant for the starport, so we could drop a lot of Hellbats. But we're not quite 100% sure what he's going right now. We know that there's a layer going down. We've scanned several times. I don't know why I did that. So here we go in. We're gonna go do some pressure. All we see is circling, so we're like, okay, well, let's just go in. We got blue flame Hellions, and we have a lot of them. And he's taking a lot of damage. A lot of damage. But yeah. So back home, while this is all going on, we're setting down missile turrets. We haven't really seen anything, but we're like, you can't stay on Zerglings for that long for no reason. You're teching to something, and it's not roaches, or you would have used them to defend yourself. So here come some turrets. We want to confirm, so we want to scan in just a second. We're getting a few. Could also be drop. So that's one of the reasons we're building our turrets out there, is in case it is drop. And here comes the scan. So we see double spire, and we're thinking, okay, so we're going to get the building armor right away. It really helps against Mutalisks. Incredibly helps against Mutalisks. We're going to drop some extra turrets. We're going to try to be safe, because we don't know how long that's been up. And we're getting some Thors. A little bit of a Hellbat drop. Again, we didn't know when it was up, so we didn't know where the mutas were going to be, if he's even made them yet. So we did a little bit of a Hellbat drop to pressure. Overall, we've killed 31 workers this game. And even though he's been able to rebuild all of them, it's definitely slowed him down because his 4th isn't mining yet. And then we do a little bit of a pressure over here with Hellbats. You can send them around the map to mess around with them. 2 command centers at the front. Once you're on 3 bases, you really want to trade SCVs for command centers, but first you have to build the command centers. 1 command center over here, this one's going to be the flyover. One of these is going to be a planetary, one of these is going to be an orbital, and I'm kind of walling off with these depots, so that if I ever lose my push, I can kind of slow him down in attacking me in multiple directions. So this one orbital, our planetary, we want to have the sensor tower. You see, we want to know if he's going over here. We want to know if he's going over here. We don't want one here because we're going to take the space in just a minute. And then a sensor tower here will be able to cover even further out. We don't want to waste 100 gas. We're not as high in supply as he is right now. We are going up to 5. I think I saw the swarm hosts. I'm not sure. Yeah, I did. So I scanned them, but we are going up to 5 factories, 3 tech lab, 2 reactor, and then when we scan the swarm host, we're going for up to 4 starports. And one of the lovely things is there's been a merge for the weapon and ground upgrades. So my air is about to have +3 as well as my ground. With this you can make some like Banshees and Ravens and Vikings. So you can kind of go around, so we see a lot of swarm hosts here, so I decided I'm going to make some Banshees, I'm going to get some tech labs, and 1 reactor for Vikings, so I can go 3 Ravens at a time or 3 Banshees. And we kind of want to defend down here, so we need to move some of these siege tanks, and we can use these Hellions to pressure in a different location. One of the things that I got when I noticed it was going to be swarm host was the transformation servos. Something very useful, and I also take some SCVs off the mineral line because minerals aren't really the problem, not with many of the orbital commands. And I thought that were Zerglings that did that. That's why I transformed this one into that back, but it was Mutalisks. You can see you can't really push in here. There's so many turrets, and they have range. So lots of SCVs over here, just to repair. Always try to funnel them down. He's not in the greatest position, so I mean if he was here, a lot more would come in. That's where most. And we decide, you know what, we're going to come in from the back. We're just going to be extra sneaky. We want to wait just a second for another run of locusts to come out. And we're producing Ravens back home and getting the upgrade. So I know that the locusts are about to spawn, so we're about to push in. We're also about to have +3. So here we go. We get right on top of the swarm hosts, and when we see just how many there are over here, just like a big clump, we decide, you know what, we're going to go ahead and transform the Hellbats real fast. And attack move all over them, or just move attack, move attack, move attack. And we were able to take out pretty much all of them except for 1. So he lost a huge supply of swarm hosts there. And that dropped him heavily in supply. And his response is, well, let's get an Ultra Cavern. He's got a lot of Hellbats, let's get some Ultras. I have a lot of economy, and we're gonna hold on so that we can build these Ultras right away. He's really hoping that I'm not pushing out the moment all of those die. But I decide to push out. That's one of the best times to push out, in my opinion, after they lose their entire army. You can also see, like, if you look at my air, see the +3? So the patch definitely went through. We send some units over here, we branch off, and then we go up here. He's making 14 Ultralisks, but he's losing a lot. Just a shit ton. And you can see that a lot of these Ultralisks are dying because of the Hellbat splash on the eggs. So he's not actually able to get all of them out. He's only able to get a few out. A bunch of the Ultralisks that were morphing here, there's like 8 of them, they all died to Hellbats before, you know, you could actually use them. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, thank you for watching, and I'll try to do some more this week. Peace out.